goes on and the fire glows low. Yarn in a basket and a soft lamp's glow. A stack of stories waiting by the chair. Pull up a seat, there's magic in the air. Turn the page, cast the stitch. Every tale begins with just a little twist. Welcome in, come take a seat where cozy yarn and stories meet. A cup of tea, a quiet night, pearls and plot twists by candlelight. Welcome friends, the tale begins with woolen words and kindred kin. So settle in, stay a while. Pearls and plot twists make us smile. Needles click in a gentle rhyme. Stories unfolding one line at a time. Heroes wander through forests deep, while blankets grow stitch by stitch. Welcome in, come take a seat where cozy yarn and stories meet. A cup of tea, a quiet night, pearls and plot twists by candlelight. So cast a stitch and turn a page, another chapter on the stage. The yarn is warm, the story's true, and there's always room here just for you.
Hello everybody. No makeup. We're just out here like we don't care. It's all good. We care. Just, it's been a busy day for me. Let me see here. It is it's prom today. And so my son took the day off. I thought he would go to school, but he's taken the day off. So we're only going to be here for 3 hours today. Just because then sort of around 3 o'clock, I'm going to have to help my son get ready, get his suit on and all the things. And yes, he does need a little bit of help. He does need a little bit of help. And I was going to do some knitting today. I have my little scarf that I was working on. But I can't do any knitting. I'm going to have to take a couple days off knitting because I've hurt myself. I have hurt myself. I have, this shoulder has like a rotator cuff situation from knitting, and it hurts, but not all the time. Like it's just sometimes just a low burn, a little bit of an ache. But the other day, it just all of a sudden this shoulder just flared up. It's never hurt like this before, and so it just had a little flare up of my rotator cuff. And then this morning I woke up and I thought, oh, it feels so much better. I'll be okay. I went downtown. I live in a little Victorian town, so it's not quite cobblestone streets, but it's not it's not wheelchair accessible. There's lots of weird steps up and down out of places and into places and stuff. So I went into the bookstore, and as I was stepping out, I forgot that it's not at street level, that you have to step down. I had a heavy bag on my shoulder, and I stepped out and boom, like landed. I didn't fall down, but I landed so hard, and my bag like yanked on my shoulder. Oh, so now I'm in pain. So I took an Advil, put some stuff on it. Hopefully it'll feel better soon, but I feel like I need to take a couple days off knitting, which really doesn't make me happy at all because, knitting's my thing. And so I'm just going to be doing other stuff. And yeah, so that's what's happened there. I did actually take this magazine downtown to make photocopies of the little bunny pattern. Remember the I'll show you here. Remember the little bunny in the sleeping bag? So I got that so then I can use this pattern while I'm traveling and not have to worry about wrecking my magazine. So I got that done, went to the bank, deposited all of my son's money, and went to the bookstore. They didn't have what I wanted. And yeah, there we go. So that's where I'm at today. We are going to be here till 3 o'clock. So that's 3 hours of sprinting. And then I'm going to help my son. I know I had promised to do bingo tonight, but I'm just not. I feel like I need to rest, so I've postponed it to next Friday. Don't worry, all of the bingo prizes have been mailed out. So if you live in, for the people who live in Ontario, probably about 3 years before you'll get it, and the people who live in America, hopefully within 2 weeks. So, because our mail here is crazy. I actually heard from Siren. She's just been going through it as well, and I was telling her that I had mailed a little parcel to Dubai last year in November, and it came back a couple weeks ago. I don't know if it left the country. I have no idea. But there we go. It took like 5-6 months for this little piece of mail to not be delivered and returned to me. So who knows with the mail in Canada these days. Hopefully you get it quickly. Lola's saying that she'll be back, have to get a blood test and pet food and then lunch. Awesome. Have fun with that. Susan, good morning. Listening, enjoying coffee and reading my daily chapters of Behind the Light of Gala doing. Okay, I'm just gonna look it up. I have my notepad here, so I will just write that down and we'll look it up. Are you enjoying it? And it's by Deborah M. Hathaway. Are you enjoying it? Is it good? Okay. And Paula, hello. I was in your chats the whole time. I just was busy doing other things, but I was there. I missed everything. I don't know. I find that like Mondays, I'm like fully in, and by the end of the week, I just have so much to do. I don't have the capacity to be chatting at the same time as getting everything done. But I was there. Susan saying how exciting prom. I remember those days, right? Because I was thinking my son yesterday was like, "Mommy, can I take the day off school tomorrow?" And I was like, "Why?" But then I remembered back to my prom. I didn't go to school on the day of my prom. My prom was very different, though. My prom was in Toronto, downtown Toronto, in a hotel, in a ballroom in a hotel, and we all stayed in the hotel that night. And people are horrified. Out here where I live, people are absolutely horrified at that. They're like, you were 18 years old and your parents let you stay in a hotel all by yourself? And it's like, well, we were Gen Xers. Like, parents didn't know where we were. I don't know if my mother knew it was prom. I have no idea. Whereas now it's like they have prom parade. But of course, my son, I didn't know that you have to register. He didn't register in time, so he's not doing prom parade with his buddies. None of them are. So I'm just dropping him off at some hall somewhere. And then they'll be there a couple hours. And then they will all come home, change, and then go to a field party somewhere. My son asked if he could go to a field party. He said they only want to go for like 30 minutes just to kind of make an appearance. But because what they really want to do is go back to one of their friends' houses to play Dungeons and Dragons all night. So that's not how I spent my prom. That's not how I spent my prom. And Susan's saying, I'm sorry to hear you've hurt yourself. Try blue emu. Interesting. That works wonders for my joint issues. Don't understand how it works, but it does. I'm going to look that up. Blue emu. I did put some arnica on it. But I find with the rotator cuff, it just doesn't, nothing really penetrates it. But we'll try the blue emu stuff and see if I can find it. Behind the Light of, I don't think I'm going to have a hard time finding this one. Like, not like when I was looking up um Meet Cute, and there's like 100 books with the same title. Um, there we go. And Paul is sending healing kitty vibes. Thank you. Thank you. I need them. And BookTube Mama's here. Hello. And Susan's praying. Thank you. I need all the prayers I can get. And BookTube Mama's saying hi to Paula and Susan and Lola. And Paula's saying hi to Christina. Hi, Jordan. J.A. Lamb. Oh, no, you're not. Yeah, you are. Are you? No, there's J.K. J.K. is somebody different. There's a J.A. and a J.K. Sorry. Hello, J.K. How are you? It's quite fascinating that we have a J.A. and a J.K. That's kind of wild. Sounds like I need a massage pamper session. I could use a spa day for sure, and maybe some like acupuncture or something. That would hurt. Joanne, thank you. BookTube Mama saying hi to Joanne. And BookTube Mama saying to remember to hydrate, have a snack, check the laundry. I actually have to do that. If you take meds, take them if it's your time. Show some love to the like button. Also make sure you sub and ring that bell, and hopefully you get notified. I remember just a couple weeks ago saying on Paula's channel, Family and Books, that I get all the notifications, and then now I don't get any. So I'm now in the I don't get notifications club. Yeah, there we go. And Susan is loving her book. And no worries, I also learned. Yeah, I do spend a lot of time just like I was there, I just wasn't saying anything. And Susan's saying for me, the blue emu seems to go deep and has no smell. Awesome. Hopefully it's I'm gonna check it out and see if I can get my hands on some today and try it. I've tried like Voltaren because it's not muscular. I think that's why some of the stuff I have doesn't really like hit it. So we'll see. And Alicia's here. Woohoo! She just finished her sprints a moment ago. And so I managed to slide in there at the last 30 minutes. And BookTube Mama saying hi to Alicia. And Books and Things with Alicia saying, just joining, about to get lunch and read my 6 of Crow pages. I downloaded it and I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to read all these books. And yeah, nope. Didn't get to. I really thought I was going to be in your 6 of Crows reading club. I haven't even cracked it open. I think for me, it's because they're all on my e-reader, and like to bounce back and forth with books on my e-reader, it's because I have like a 2009 Sony e-reader. Bouncing back and forth, it's a little primitive, so it's just a lot of me. And so I tend to only read one book at a time, and all the books that I've wanted to read, I can't find them. Like, they're not at my library. Like, I just went to the library today with my Goodreads list. Nothing that is on my list is in my library. So yeah, I may have to go to the city, go to the big, huge library in downtown Toronto. And BookTube Mama saying, yeah, YouTube be rude like that, right? I'm like, why do you have the option to get all notifications from a channel when you won't give us all the notifications? Like, why even have that option? Just say, no, you figure it out on your own, right? And Alicia's saying, exciting news. The tile is being delivered sometime today, and the tile install is June 8th. Oh, so you do have a little bit of a wait, but more time to figure out what you want to do. And are your bookshelves arriving before the 8th, that you can have them all done and ready and kind of planned? Still lots of time to get that wisteria. And Alicia's saying hi to BookTube Mama. Everybody's saying hello to each other. And Susan's saying to Alicia, that's exciting. So happy for you. Yeah, this has been a bit of a journey. And Paula's going to go into a lurk mode. Well, enjoy your lurking and whatever it is you're up to today. And BookTube Mom is saying, I've got notifications 24 hours after the live. Oh yeah, I've had that too recently, where it was someone was live. Yeah, and I got the notification the next day. That was like, that not helpful. Not helpful. And Susan saying, Pearl, I use the Kindle app on my iPad. It works so well, no difficulties switching between books. I don't have an iPad. I do have a tablet, but again, it's like 10 or 12 years old. And I only use it for watching Netflix at night in my bed at this point. But it's just that because I don't do Kindle, so I don't have, like, I don't, even if I had the Kindle app, I don't know how I would put books on it because I don't have a Kindle. Like, I don't download Kindle books, I guess. I don't know. I usually just download like EPUBs where I can find them. And BookTube Mama's saying happy lurking to Paula. And Alicia's saying we'll build the bookcases out of wood. Oh, you're going to build them from scratch? You're not going to get like a kit, like an IKEA Billy something? You're going to actually build them yourself. That's exciting, actually. That's ambitious and exciting. My little bot is saying, say hello, don't lurk in the bushes. You can lurk after you said hello. And BookTube Mom is saying, this is why I work on the BookTube Bible. Yeah, I use that a lot. Like every day I look and see, all right, who do I need to chase today? And go from there. Though this one here, I forgot to add to the Maker's Quest. But I did add it. I just forgot to add it when I scheduled it. And Alicia is just waiting on the flooring to go in, and then we build, paint, and clear coat the bookcases and put them in the library. Oh, so awesome. So awesome. And Alicia's saying, no, we build them from scratch. Nice. Oh, that's so exciting. A project. You could make a whole YouTube channel just of this, of this project. Yeah, this is, I know, I can't wait to see the vlogs. And I'm sure you're going to photograph and film all the building and installation and everything. So we can watch a timeline of the install, all of it happening. Okie dokie. Let's do a sprint. Since we're only here for a pretty short period of time today, let's get into a sprint right away. We'll go, so it's like 12:15 right now. So let's go to 1:15. Then we'll chat for a little bit. Let's go to 1:30. And then we'll chat for a bit, and then we'll do another sprint. Okay. And then we'll get sprint till 1:03, and then I'll switch this when it's, there we go. There we go. And BookTube Mom is saying we added it to the Maker's Quest playlist. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was totally me. I scheduled it, and then it took me a couple days to remember to put it into the spreadsheet. And I was like, oh yeah, there's other things I need to do. And BookTube Mom is saying, so I'm on it right now. Yay! Thank you so much. You take such good care of everybody, making sure we're all moving in the right directions and together, keeping all the little ducklings together, moving along as we're like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I have to remember to add it to the spreadsheet when I schedule my Maker's Quest stuff, because I just totally forgot. Okay, so we're going to start sprinting. I'll pop on some nice music. I'll pick I want something from my music channel, and I'll add some little light music in just a moment. Happy sprinting. Let me know what you're going to be working on. Let me know how it's going in your corner of the world, and we'll see you out in an hour and 11 minutes. Happy sprinting. All right. How did we do? How did we do? I got lots done. I went through all of my son, who's about to go to university to be an accountant. I just did all of his bookkeeping. So I keep all of his records for his popcorn company, and I have done for 10 years, 10, 12 years. So I just got everything up to date from 2023, 24, 25, and then started the 26 bookkeeping. I had it all on little post-it notes, and I decided I want it in like a little notebook. So that got done. I updated my day book, updated my reading journal, and updated my knitting journal. So that's all done. And then I looked up Susan's book. I know this is Maker's Quest, but sometimes people like to read, so we'll chat about her book a little bit. And I looked up her book, and then I want to make a Substack of like cozy blogs, seasonal cozy blogs. So I was just making a list. I'm going to launch it June 1st, and then I'm going to put out a blog every Friday. And because I do a video every Friday, and then I'm going to do a blog every Friday. So I do a monthly vlog, and then I do I'll do like a book review or a knitting project or something, so that every Friday there's a video, and then now I'm going to do a blog, cozy living. And I kind of like the Substack model in that it's not algorithm based. Like when you make a post, it sends it to everybody who's subscribed and wants to see what you're doing and hear about your day and everything else. So we're not fighting an algorithm with Substack. And one of my friends started writing one about Canadian politics, and it's really interesting. And I follow a couple other people, so I've never really dove into Substack until now. And we're just going to go full steam ahead, straight in, whole hog, and see what happens, because there's all kinds of things that it's like I don't necessarily have time and capacity to vlog or make videos about it, because like people who don't make videos don't necessarily realize how much work it takes to edit. Like when I do my vlog, my monthly vlog, it can sometimes take me like 12 hours to get it edited, because I'm like cutting out pieces, I'm putting pieces together, adding in the music, adding in the graphics, because I like it to be a good production, right? Like if you're going to spend your time watching me for 40 minutes talk about what I did last month, I want it to be a really good production for you. So I keep learning stuff, how to edit videos and everything, but it just takes a lot of time. So being able to blog as well, you know what I mean? I don't have to do video editing and create music and this and that and everything else. I can just post it and get on with my day. So yeah, that's what I was doing. There was a moment there, I think we crashed. The music was like chopping. It sounded like the last helicopter out of Nam there for a second. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? And Ren popped in. Hello. And Ren is hoping to finish Empire of Storms today. And that's the mass book, right? The mass book. I don't know how to say her name. And Ren is saying, I hope your son enjoys prom today. We'll see. I don't know. He just doesn't seem like super excited about it. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how excited he is. I think he's just like, it's just something you do when you go to high school, and you just put your suit on and you go do the thing. The same way as like every weekend he puts a kilt on and goes and does the thing. And then other times, he puts his uniform on and goes and does the thing. And so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think probably he'll have a good time, but what he'll really enjoy more is hanging out with his friends afterwards, playing D&D till the wee hours of the morning. Red Pill is here. Hello. And Ren has made it to 86% in Empire of Storms. Wonderful. And Lola's saying, that's cool, right? I used to have a blog years ago, like way back when everybody blogged, long before all the other stuff came. We blogged. We were on Blogger. We blogged. And Google was the death of the blogging world because it used to be like I could write a blog and get tons of views, hundreds of comments. Life was good. It was a huge community. It was amazing. And then they did this thing where they added Google Reader. And so then everybody just started reading blogs on Google Reader. And I noticed that like my views on my blog and the comments were gone, like overnight, just gone. And I actually asked a few people, like, I noticed that you aren't commenting anymore. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with my blog. And they were like, oh yeah, I do it on Google Reader. You can't comment there. So that alone took a lot of the community away from the blogging world way back then. So it's not like I've not blogged. I just, and I've blogged in businesses, and like my wedding business has a massive blog, because if you have a business, the number one way to SEO, to get really good SEO and everything on your website, is to blog. So I did that. Every week I wrote a blog on my wedding website, and it was really, really popular. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say the words. There we are. Susan is saying she's at 76%. I've pulled your book up, so we'll talk about it in just a moment. Alicia ate her lunch, leftover lazy lasagna. Is that where you just like dump it all in a pot and then like shove it in the oven and not worry about layering and making it pretty? Talk to hubby about the library. He thinks the tile will show up towards the end of the day. And I worked on my lists, notebook updated. Yep. Always a good thing. get everything updated, the notebooks and everything. And yeah, I find anything that's being delivered, I always get it at the end of the day. I don't get it. So I want to know who gets their Amazon order at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm going to start using their address, and I'll just sit outside their house at 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Because I'm like you had all day to deliver this to me, and you waited until bedtime. Okay. And Red Pill saying good afternoon. I hope you're having a good day. And she's saying it's nice in Montreal. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Toronto as well. It's a little bit chilly. A little bit chilly. Ren saying, yep, that's the book. I think we talked about it the other day, didn't we? Did we do that on Tuesday? Did we talk about your book? Red Pills saying, I have an Instagram page. I had so many followers at first. Seems like Facebook and Instagram is hard to get views for artists. Yes. When I started my wedding Instagram in 2018, I had 5,000 subs like that. No problem. I used to get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments. And then by the time I stopped Instagram, because I was like, this is stupid, I maybe get 1 or 2 likes. It was wild. I was like, what has happened here? Like, what changed? And it was, I remember when I first started on Instagram, there was no algorithm. It showed you the people you followed in order. And then now it's about algorithms. So for my son's audio guest book business that we're gonna we're putting out there now, but bookings aren't till September. I started a new Instagram. And what I've noticed is that Instagram now, it's just all ads. If you're not paying, you probably don't get seen. And it's just such a shame, because it used to be, 2016. We keep talking about 2016, and Instagram back then was epic. It was awesome. It was crazy makeup tutorials, all the tools, all the products. It was the soap thingy. People would cut the soap, like hash cut the soap and then trim across it. Like it was a lot of dopamine stuff going on. And then of course, when you posted, you're the people following you saw it. And you weren't just being beaten down daily by an algorithm. But I think probably Instagram is the hardest place to be seen, because there's nowhere to go with it. Like you can't, it's not like you can post and then share it somewhere where that's going to get some traction. When I'm on Facebook and I use my business page and I make a business post and then I share that post into a bunch of Facebook groups, it gets a lot of traction. But Instagram, no. I think Instagram's moment has come and gone and everybody knows it. That's why they made Threads. That's why now they have Instants. Like they're anything but just show people their friends' posts. It's like crazy to me. So Alicia's saying, no, we still have to layer it, but we use beef and sausage and we use frozen ravioli squares and bake. Oh, that's such a good idea. So instead of using lasagna sheets, you put the frozen ravioli. Brilliant. That's an absolutely brilliant idea. You're so smart. And then you'd still have like the ravioli has stuff in it too. So it's like a little bonus. That's so cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So for the rest of our time here, I'm going to work on the Substack because what I'm doing is I've got all the dates and then I need to, I've got the topics. And so then I need to start writing blogs for each topic. So obviously June, July, August is going to be cozy summer, little granny core, little cottage core. And, it's going to be like recipes, projects, how to stay cool in the summer, all the things, right? And then autumn, must season. I might be posting every day there. And don't forget to tickle the like button, please. And if you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would. I'm trying to get my numbers up. My hours are good, but my numbers, my subs are stagnant at the moment. And it's interesting because I have a whole bunch of channels, and it's interesting to see that like one channel will suddenly slow down and another channel will kind of take off, and I'm not doing anything different. It's just, again, the algorithms. All right. So we're coming up on 1:45 p.m. my time in Toronto. And oh my gosh, my shoulder. Oh. Everything weighs 1,000 pounds right now. And we're going to best for getting more views channels. I think understanding the YouTube algorithm is the best way to get more views on your YouTube channel, and understanding how YouTube decides what gets pushed out. That's a big one. And if people sometimes they're like, I just want subscribers. I just want 1 million subscribers. The problem is if your subscribers are not watching your content, your channel will die on the vine. So you have to be really picky about your subscribers, which, sounds kind of poopy headed. But at the same time, it's like having, 10,000 subs, but you still aren't monetized. That's not a flex. Like you want to be growing at a consistent pace with people who are actually truly interested in your content. Because if your subs aren't watching, YouTube won't show it to anybody else. So yeah. Yep. And Alicia's saying I posted the recipe and also sent it. Thank you so much. I'm going to have a look at it and see if I might like to make it too. So Susan's book is, it's a Cornish romance by Deborah M. Hathaway with a 4.2 Goodreads rating. Behind the Light, and I don't know how to say this word, Behind the Light of Goloduin. We'll just, I know Susan's listening to it, so she'll know how to say it. She's the keeper of the lighthouse. He's the captain who's shipwrecked on her watch. A marriage of convenience can save her home if secrets don't destroy it first. Abigail Moore will do anything to keep the lighthouse shining brightly, even if she must do so alone. When a shipwreck occurs near her home one stormy evening, bringing with it a dashing captain keen to offer his aid at every turn, her days of isolation vanish. Captain Gavin Kendricks didn't expect to end his naval career by crashing his ship against the rugged cliffs of Cornwall. When he's pulled from the sea by the fearless and quick-tempered Miss Moore, a tentative friendship forms between them, and he begins to realize what's been missing from his life. Before either of them can explore these newfound stirrings, death and deception hit, and Abigail is left with a choice. Either she loses everything she's ever loved, or she marries the captain and accepts his help. Unable to give up the lighthouse, she agrees to the union, and they work together to see that the light does not diminish. But when her childhood secrets are unearthed and the property falls victim to troubling defacement, their marriage threatens to crumble. Gavin fights to gain her confidence, but only Abigail can forget the crippling memories of her past to trust Gavin with the lighthouse and her heart. Ooh, that sounds like a nice story. And I think Susan said she is enjoying it. So that's nice. I know Susan likes the cozy romances and cozy mysteries and lovely stories. And I'm so impressed this has such a 4.26, and it's got 1,400 ratings. So that's like serious real numbers there. Very nice. Okay, why don't we do an hour sprint? We'll get more stuff done. Let me know in the chat what you will be working on. I'm going to keep working on my Substack and get that list ready so I can start getting the blogs written ahead of time. And then once I'm finished that, then I'm probably going to have a bite to eat and read for the rest of the sprint. So I'll pop some music back on for us. That is actually for my and whatnot. There's lots of different styles of music on there. I do at least one a month. So if you like it, then feel free to use it. Happy sprinting! All right, how did we do? I had a bite to eat, so that part of me is feeling a little bit better. And I actually got my Substack up and running, and I created a post that will go live on June 1st, I think at 7 in the morning, my time. And I did pop the link. There we go. I'll pull the link. Oh my goodness. There we go. So the link is there. I'll pull it up again so that you let me see if I can remember now how to do this, how to share the link. I can't remember. Profile. There we go. Oh, there's like somebody at my door here. Strange man is approaching my house. That's so weird. Now he's knocking at the door. right. I'm going to set my dog off. See, this is why there's a sign on the door saying, don't knock the door. All right. Cherry came in. Hello. Hello. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday. Shh. Red Pill saying, I love this music. Thank you. And I know that Red Pill listens to my music channel, which is very nice. I appreciate that. And I was saying hello to a Cherry, aka Tula. And J.A. Quesada came in asking if there was another set of sprints starting at 5. I'm going to pull up the schedule. There's somebody coming up soon. So I will get the schedule. And I was just saying that we're going to end today at 3 simply because it's prom day and there's just overscheduled today. So that's where we were at. And Alicia's gone to go get her kids, but she'll be back. We won't be here unless she's back soon. And Ren made it to 92%. You're so close. Sarah Y. Actually, let's pull her little linky poo up right now. Okay, this is where you go. This is yes, JA is Jordan and JK is somebody else. See, it's like I just get so easily confused. Okay, so there's the link where you go next in like 10 minutes. She hasn't started yet, so she's got to, but that's kind of the next big sprints going on right now, like coming up. Yeah. I think that's kind of the biggest one going to be coming up next. So there you go. And Ren saying, do we still have one more sprint? Or was that the last one? This is the last one because I've got to go get my son ready for prom. So that's where we are at. It's just a short one today. Also, too, I'm in so much pain. I need to go lie down because I almost fell down today and jarred everything. So I'm hanging on for dear life here. So, of course, Ren, thank you for being here. I can't remember if I told you, but I do have a video that I need to edit on why teachers are quitting. I took everything we talked about and made a whole bunch of notes and then made a video. So I just need to get it edited. I'll maybe get it edited. Well, I'll see how I feel tonight. I'm just so everybody knows, I know that I promised bingo for tonight. I can't do it. I'm just in too much pain. So I've scheduled it for next week. So next Friday night, we'll do bingo. All of the bingo prizes have been sent out. So they're in the mail and hopefully they will get to you soon. So Americans, please allow 2 weeks for your little envelope to arrive. Just because I don't know why mail takes so long, really. Amazon, I can order something at 9 o'clock at night and it's here before I wake up in the morning. I don't know why mail is such a hard thing to move, but there we go. There we go. And there I dropped Sarah's link there for, she's doing Kooky after this. So, and there's no, let me see when the next, there might be a Maker's Quest. Is Jaleesa doing Maker's Quest tomorrow? Yeah, Jaleesa's got Maker's Quest tomorrow at noon EST. That's the next MQ. And then, of course, our fairy godmother, Cherry, is 12 o'clock on Sunday as well. So here's my Discord. Don't forget to join and jump in. We've got lots of different topics and categories. And of course, there's spots where you can share your own vlogs and book reviews and knitting projects and sprints and all the things. There's different sections for that. We are a full service community. Just drop your links everywhere and we will jump on them. So yeah, let me know how your day went. I was reading more of The Midnight Train, and it's getting good. Well, it was good the whole time, but now we're 2/3 of the way through. We're in Act 3, and decisions are being made that may affect things. So if you read The Midnight Library, you know kind of the style, you know how this story is written. And so this Midnight Train, it's a totally different story. I know some people have suggested it might be a sequel. It's not a sequel. It's a totally different story in a totally different setting, but it's the same style. This man dies, a train comes to get him, and he goes and looks at his life and all the big moments of his life. And it's just a really wonderful book. And like anything, we all saw the movie Back to the Future when we were kids. You're not supposed to interfere. You're not supposed to change anything, or else you might not exist anymore. And that's kind of where we're at, where now as a man in his 80s, his ghost is watching his 30-year-old self and wants to help himself, but if he helps himself, he might not exist anymore. And yeah, it's an interesting style of storytelling that I really quite enjoy. And I remember when I read The Midnight Library, I thought, I wish I had written this book. I loved that story so much that I thought, I wish I had that story in me, because it was such a good story and everybody seemed to love it. So yeah, so that's where we're at. How is everybody doing? Y'all got very silent. I've noticed that, like, sometimes when I'm talking and nobody says a word, and I'm like, well, it's lovely that you're not interrupting me, but at the same time, I don't know if you're still there. And I saw that on someone's channel last night, a really busy channel, and the chat just stopped. And like she got to the bottom of the comments, and it was like, okay, was that it? I didn't think I was going to get to the end. And so yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing doing this now that I've been here started February, so March, April, May, so 3.5-ish months doing this. It's a very, very interesting experience, and also picking up the patterns of when things do well, like when will a video do well, when will a live do well, who's coming in, who comes in and stays for a bit, who comes in and stays the whole time. Like, there's so many different variables, and I love all the data at the end, because Restream will send data, and then I can also look at the back end, and I just find it really, really interesting, because I like to study what I'm doing, so I like to learn a lot about it. Anywho, now I'm just babbling. And my Substack is up. There's no posts or anything, but you'll be able to subscribe if you want. It's free, currently free, so you can subscribe. And then June 1st, it will go live with posts every Friday. Woohoo! Yay. All right, we can close this down, because we're not going to listen to that anymore. Actually, I'll give you the link to it. There we go. Paste. There we go. That is the link to the music that we were just listening to. So if you enjoy it, you can listen to it anytime. And we just have 5 minutes left. So if anybody has anything to say, any questions, comments, or concerns. Actually, I was just reading an email that my husband sent. We're all three of us making Q-Trade accounts. My husband made his no problem. My son made his no problem. My son told me he made up the numbers and they never questioned a thing. And when I made mine, suddenly now there's an issue. And I don't know why, but they were asking what my husband's income is. And when I said what his income is, they were like, well, we need a breakdown of that income. It's a pension. Talk to the government. Talk to his employer. Talk to the company. Like it's a pension. Because my husband's retired. And we're just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And this woman starts calling me, and I'm like, no, I said to her, I am not discussing this on the phone. I'm only going to discuss it in writing. And so now my husband's on the case. The last email she sent me, she said, please advise a time when I can call you and your husband will be present. And I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me. So yeah, good times. Good times. There's lots of other companies out there. We don't need to use Qtrade. But now my husband is emailing this woman saying, why is it that anytime my wife challenges you, you just stop responding to her, yet you start calling her instead when she's told you not to call her? Like, yeah. Yep. Good times. I don't know what it is with this company. So yeah, there we have it. So that's the latest. Is they asked me for a document. I sent them the document 3 times. He has now sent it a 4th time. So we'll see if they take it. Because one of the things that they were saying is, well, we need the back side of the document. And I'm like, well, it's blank. Like, do you want me to send you a picture of a blank piece of paper? So yeah. And now they're asking me to confirm my spouse's source of income. And I said, it's his pension. And they don't believe me. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Anyway, that is almost 3 o'clock. I'm going to say bye since no one's talking to me. And I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time it is where you are. I hope you're enjoying it. And I'm going to log out now and go lie down, take some more painkillers, maybe cry a little. And yeah, that's where we're at. I'll see everybody in the chats. I'll probably be in someone's chat later tonight. Tomorrow I won't be around as I am going thrifting first thing in the morning with my neighbor. We're going to have a whole day out going from store to store to store, yard sales, the works, to see what we can find. I have a list of things I'm looking for, so I'm pretty excited about that. And we're going to have sandwiches and mugs of hot chocolate, and we've got the thermos ready to go and all kinds of things. So that is my day planned. And we will see you on the other side Tuesday at 11 a.m. EST. I will be back here for a full day of sprints and full Maker's Quest and bingo returns next Friday. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.